Many men walk through life completely unaware of their own attractiveness, often leading to missed opportunities, decreased self-confidence, and unnecessary relationship anxiety. As a practicing therapist and doctoral student of psychology, I've observed this phenomenon countless times in my clinical work and research. The inability to recognize one's own appeal isn't just common, it's surprisingly detrimental to men's overall well-being and relationship success. This comprehensive guide explores the subtle yet significant indicators that you might be more attractive than you realize. These signs are backed by psychological research and represent patterns that consistently emerge when studying human attraction and social dynamics. Understanding these indicators can transform how you view yourself and approach relationships, ultimately leading to greater confidence and more fulfilling connections. The psychology behind unrecognized attractiveness. Before diving into specific signs, it's crucial to understand why so many men remain oblivious to their own appeal. Our society often conditions men to focus on achievement, success, and practical matters rather than physical appearance or social magnetism. Additionally, men are frequently discouraged from acknowledging their attractiveness, as doing so might be perceived as vanity or arrogance. Research in social psychology consistently shows that attractive individuals experience the world differently than their less attractive counterparts. However, when you're living inside this experience, these differences can feel confusing, overwhelming, or even negative, especially if you don't understand their true cause. Many men interpret positive attention as coincidence or negative attention as personal failings, missing the underlying pattern entirely. Sign 1. You're the target of male jealousy and envy. One of the most misunderstood indicators of male attractiveness is becoming the target of jealousy from other men. While most people recognize that women can be envious of each other's appearance, the same dynamic exists among men but is often less obvious and more subtle in its expression. Research conducted in 2009 demonstrated that attractive men are significantly more likely to be perceived as rivals by other men, particularly in contexts involving potential romantic competition. This creates a challenging social dynamic where making male friendships becomes more difficult, not because of any personal failing, but because of unconscious biological and psychological responses. This jealousy manifests in various ways: subtle put-downs, exclusion from social groups, attempts to undermine your confidence, or even outright hostility. Men experiencing this might wonder why certain male colleagues, acquaintances, or even friends seem to target them with criticism or competitive behavior. The answer often lies in unconscious perception of threat. From an evolutionary perspective, attractive males represent competition for limited resources, namely desirable female partners. While we've evolved beyond our prehistoric ancestors, these deeply ingrained psychological responses remain active in our subconscious minds. Other men may feel threatened by your presence without fully understanding why, leading to behaviors aimed at diminishing your social status or appeal. The key is recognizing this pattern for what it is: validation of your attractiveness rather than evidence of personal inadequacy. Instead of internalizing these attacks on your self-worth, understand that they often stem from others' insecurities and perceived competition. This reframe can help you maintain confidence while navigating these challenging social dynamics more effectively. Sign 2. People readily disclose personal information to you. Another powerful yet overlooked indicator of attractiveness is the tendency for others, particularly women, to share personal information with you more readily than they might with others. Research from 2008 revealed that people are significantly more likely to disclose intimate details about their lives to individuals they find physically appealing. This phenomenon occurs because physical attractiveness triggers feelings of safety and trust in others. When someone finds you attractive, they unconsciously associate you with positive qualities like kindness, competence, and reliability, a psychological effect known as the halo effect. This creates an environment where others feel more comfortable opening up about personal struggles, intimate thoughts, and private experiences. You might notice that women share details about their relationships, family problems, career concerns, or personal fears with you, sometimes even when you're relative strangers. This isn't necessarily romantic interest, though it can be. but rather an unconscious response to the safety and appeal they perceive in you. This dynamic can occur in various settings: workplace conversations where colleagues confide their frustrations, social gatherings where acquaintances share personal stories, or even brief encounters with strangers who feel compelled to open up. The common thread is that people feel drawn to share their authentic selves with you, viewing you as someone worthy of trust and confidence. Understanding this pattern can help you recognize your own appeal, while also handling these disclosures appropriately. It's a significant responsibility when others trust you with their personal information, regardless of the psychological mechanism behind it. Sign 3. Others act more relaxed and friendly around you. Closely related to increased personal disclosure is the tendency for people to behave more relaxed and friendly in your presence. The same research that documented increased personal sharing also found that individuals act more comfortable and open around people they find attractive. This relaxed demeanor manifests in various ways: easier laughter, more casual conversation, reduced social anxiety, and increased willingness to engage. Women might approach you for help or protection in uncomfortable situations, viewing you as a safe harbor in challenging social environments. They might seek your opinion on important matters or include you in conversations and activities more readily than others. This phenomenon extends beyond romantic contexts. Even in professional settings, attractive individuals often find that colleagues are more collaborative, supervisors are more approachable, and networking comes more naturally. People simply enjoy being around those they find appealing, leading to more positive social interactions across all areas of life. It's important to note that this doesn't mean everyone will behave this way. Individual personality traits, like avoidant attachment styles, can override attraction-based responses. However, if you consistently notice that people seem unusually comfortable around you, it's likely an indication of your attractiveness rather than mere coincidence. Sign 4. People remember details about you. Perhaps one of the most surprising indicators of attractiveness is others' enhanced ability to remember details about you. Research from 2003 demonstrated that people literally devote more attention and memory resources to individuals they perceive as having attractive faces. This means that attractive individuals' words, actions, and characteristics are more likely to be encoded in others' memories and recalled accurately later. You might notice that people remember conversations you've had, details about your interests, or specific things you've mentioned weeks or months after the fact. This enhanced memory isn't due to exceptional conversation skills or particularly memorable content. It's a direct result of the increased attention your attractiveness commands. This phenomenon extends to professional contexts as well. In job interviews, hiring managers are more likely to remember attractive candidates' responses and take their words more seriously. In social situations, people may recall your preferences, opinions, or experiences with surprising accuracy. Even casual acquaintances might bring up specific details from previous interactions that you assumed were forgotten. This enhanced memory effect occurs because attractive faces trigger increased neural activity in areas of the brain associated with attention and memory formation. When someone finds you attractive, their brain literally works harder to process and store information about you, leading to better recall and increased significance placed on your words and actions. Sign 5. Consistent eye contact and visual attention. One of the most direct indicators of attractiveness is receiving sustained eye contact and visual attention from others. Research consistently shows that attractive individuals receive more substantial eye contact from others, both in direct interaction and as passive observers. This visual attention might manifest as direct eye contact during conversations, but it can also appear as frequent glances when people think you're not looking. You might notice people stealing looks at you in social settings, during meetings, or in public spaces. When you catch them looking, they might quickly look away, but the pattern of visual attention remains consistent. Eye contact serves as a powerful nonverbal indicator of interest and attraction. When someone maintains eye contact with you during conversation, it signals engagement, trust, and often romantic or social interest. Similarly, when people consistently look in your direction in group settings or public spaces, it indicates that something about you draws their visual attention. This phenomenon occurs because humans are naturally drawn to look at things they find appealing. Attractive faces and figures command attention in the same way that beautiful art or stunning landscapes do. They're simply pleasant to observe. If you consistently notice people making eye contact with you or looking in your direction, it's a strong indicator that others find you visually appealing. Understanding the broader impact, recognizing these signs serves multiple important purposes beyond simple ego validation. First, understanding that you're attractive can dramatically improve your confidence in social and romantic situations. Many men avoid pursuing relationships or miss opportunities because they underestimate their own appeal. Recognizing these indicators can help you approach dating and relationships with appropriate confidence. Second, understanding why certain social dynamics occur can prevent you from misinterpreting others' behavior. If you know that jealousy from other men stems from perceived competition rather than personal failings, you can maintain your self-esteem while navigating these challenges. Similarly, recognizing that increased friendliness from women might indicate attraction rather than mere friendship can help you better understand romantic opportunities. Finally, awareness of your attractiveness can help you handle the accompanying responsibilities more effectively. When people trust you with personal information or seek your company, understanding the psychological mechanisms behind these behaviors can help you respond appropriately and ethically. Attractiveness extends far beyond physical appearance to encompass charisma, confidence, and social magnetism. The signs discussed here represent common patterns that attractive men experience, but often misinterpret or dismiss. By recognizing these indicators, you can develop a more accurate self-perception and approach relationships with greater confidence and understanding. Remember that attractiveness is subjective and multifaceted. These signs represent general patterns rather than universal truths, and not experiencing all of them doesn't diminish your worth or appeal. However, if you recognize several of these patterns in your own life, it might be time to acknowledge what others already see. You're more attractive than you realize. This recognition isn't about vanity or ego. It's about developing accurate self-awareness that can enhance your relationships, confidence, and overall life satisfaction. Understanding your own appeal allows you to navigate social situations more effectively, pursue opportunities with appropriate confidence, and build the meaningful connections that contribute to a fulfilling life.